Guys, we have a special greetings in FormSpot. It's a new one. And once the podcast is started, I'll say when. You will be needed to say 3 times our greetings. Please remember it. Linux is the best. Linux is the best, and Linux is the best. Okay.
Okay.
Once we're ready, it's our new greeting.
After
Okay.
your comment, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our live, guys. Yeah. Let's start it. 1, 2, 3. Linux is the best. Linux is the best.
Linux is the best.
Okay, hello everyone. This is From Spot Podcast, and today, probably it's not even podcast. It's not a regular podcast because usually we just talk about some topic, and we are trying to share our knowledge about this topic to show you what options you have, like in algorithms, in npm, clouds, and so on. But today it's not a regular one because we're going to have kind of different opinions on the question which operation system is the best one for developer. Today we have two speakers, two guests, and me. My name is Ivan. I'll try to say you why Linux is the best operation system. I'll try to explain you it. And we have two other guys. And guys, can you maybe introduce yourself? Artem, you can start.
Hi everyone. Well, I'm Artem. Well, I'm an iOS developer. I was working with different projects, created some different available features. Well, in free time, I like algorithms, and we already had the discussion about it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's all about me in short words.
If you're iOS developer, probably, let me guess, Windows is the operation system that you're using every
Windows
day.
is nice, yeah.
But not
It's my
this.
choice, yeah.
Yeah, it's my choice. And Windows is for is forever. Yeah. Of course, I like Mac OS. I like this area domain, and I would try to clarify that Mac OS is not bad, and maybe it's not like Linux, but it's but this operation system is nice for typical users, maybe for the developers, especially for the iOS and macOS developers.
But not so good as Linux, yeah. Okay, and
It
we have
depends.
another guest is Georgi. Georgi,
Hello.
again, can you say something about you?
Yeah, sure. I'm Georgi. I'm mostly backend developer. I'm kind of full stack, but I prefer to be a backend developer.
Which language do you use?
Now, Node.js.
Node.js.
Yeah, for now.
Like JavaScript language and Node.js
Yeah,
platform.
yes. I mainly code on Node. Yeah, and I also work on different projects, but for operational systems, I like both. To be honest,
Mac
for
and Windows, yeah?
Linux. Yeah, I hate Windows.
Um,
So I can then say
okay.
that later. Why?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe a couple words about me. I'm, again, already shared that Linux user, but that's
lying.
not fully true because a year ago I switched to Mac because
just
my
a
laptop
year?
was broken and I didn't have a choice to. I would say it was too expensive to continue using Linux, and I switched to Mac. And now I'm a Mac user for a year. But before I was using Linux for about maybe 2 years or 3 years or 4 years.
So you're a Windows user, yeah?
Actually, I was using Linux for the all previous time when I was developer. So
Nice.
I have experience also working on Windows a bit, and it was very short experience, and I'm glad that it was short. And now I'm pretty sure that Linux is the best operation system for developers. Before we go to our topics, we have a list of topics, a list of different maybe characteristics that we will try to share and answer which is better. I'd like to again share you that it's going to be our opinions, and we are not going to like say you which operation system you should use and so on. We'll just share our experience, our knowledge, what we did with this operation system and so on. And according to what we say, probably you will understand better which is will be better for you, Linux or Linux, of course. Sorry, Linux and Mac.
Or
Yeah.
maybe just a fun discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, let's start from maybe your like your opinion. Why? Okay, let's start. Why are you using Mac and not Windows or Linux?
For me.
Yeah, let's start from you.
Okay. It was necessary decision. I mean, because iOS development possible only in the
So you cannot use Linux or Windows for developing mobile applications on
as
iOS.
far as I know, it's possible, but you will have some problems with building
Yeah.
projects and with the distribution of it in other platform. And I would say that the best area for the iOS or macOS development is, of course, Apple Technic
Mhm.
and Mac operation system. But yes, you're right. I mean, Linux it's possible too, but I would say that it's not comfortable for you.
Okay.
It's it's like a challenge maybe, but it's possible. Yeah.
Okay. If you let's imagine the situation that you had the ability to do the same, like you don't have problems with bundling, building your applications on Linux or Windows, would you choose another operation system
From these two, yes.
from these two? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe something else.
Yeah. No, I mean. Windows is not a choose
Why?
in this. Okay. Well, I would choose the macOS because I like it for the UI UX. It's really nice. Well,
UI, yes. UX, I'm not sure, but okay, let's continue.
okay. Well, and especially I didn't use the Linux closely. I mean, I'm not touching. Sorry, I didn't touch it closely. I mean, I didn't touch it deeply. I didn't write some code on the UI on Linux
Okay.
and so on. Well, that's why I prefer the macOS.
The Mac. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Had
Oh.
experience working with Linux and
Yeah,
Mac?
I have working experience on the three of them, also on Windows.
Okay, and why are you still
Yes.
using Mac?
Sometimes I don't like OpenOffice, to be honest.
You don't like what?
OpenOffice. For example, sometimes I need Excel.
Okay.
The macOS is the right choice there when you need the terminal and Excel simultaneously. You don't have Microsoft Office on Linux.
You have
You don't have.
you
You
have,
have?
you have Google Chrome, and you have everything in Google
You
Chrome.
mean Sheets?
Huh?
You mean Sheets? Google Sheets.
Not Google Sheets, but like all Office of Microsoft. I mean,
you
I'm
can
I'm
use
using- I'm
that
using
in
Mac.
browser.
The
Yeah.
main web version, yeah.
yeah, I'm
Web
using Mac,
version,
but I don't use applications because I
Oh.
use like all Excel stuff, Word stuff. I do in the Chrome.
Oh, okay. But it's very memory consuming stuff.
Not really. I mean, if you're only work to do a lot of stuff with this Excel stuff and Word, probably. But when you need to open a couple of just tabs with the this like Excel sheets or with Word,
But
or-
what if Excel sheet is huge?
I didn't have any problem, even if it was huge.
No, I don't know.
And again,
I've tried.
yes. And once again, to defeat Linux here, there is another, I don't remember the name. Probably, yeah, OpenOffice. So, yeah, probably OpenOffice, but it's fully compatible with the old features.
Yeah, I know. I have used that.
Yeah.
But it's not so comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. So it's Excel is only Microsoft product that I use
that's-
and I like.
That's why you're using Mac, yeah? Because you need to use Microsoft products. Okay.
That's not only the reason, because I agree
Yeah,
that macOS has a really good UI and it's very
but
smooth.
not UX.
UX is maybe, yeah, we can agree or disagree about that, but it's one of the best
Okay.
UX. But and I really like the touchpads of the Mac. I love them. I don't use mouse.
Okay.
I love those.
Yeah. That's
So-
another point, and it's probably not really related to Mac itself. It's more
Why
related
it
to
has
hardware.
really great gestures.
But it's
I love them.
hardware. It's not so we are talking about
It's
operation
software
system.
also. You need something to handle your gestures on the
Agree.
touchpads.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, when we're talking about hardware, if you try the same trackpad on the another device and you'll do it with Windows, you will not also need the mouse, because
yes.
I had the laptop with a great, not so great like in Mac, but also good touchpad, and I stopped using mouse after I switched to this
Oh.
laptop, even on Windows.
I heard that I don't remember the exact name, but there are new touchpads which are better than Macs. They just became available.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay,
people are
like
loving them.
trackpad, Excel, and Word. What else?
Not Word. I am not using Word.
Okay, only Excel.
Yeah, and so yeah, and the UI UX and the smoothness of the operational system, then you don't have to worry about the drivers, about the stuff like this. You know, sometimes there are some libraries which is one of a hell to install on the Linux, but there are some libraries which are not compatible with the Mac, and you need Linux for that.
Right.
And I had such a
But
situation.
Windows, why don't you use Windows? I don't remember any problems with with drivers in Windows. It's really easy.
Yes, it doesn't have, but there are also many, not some many libraries which are not working for Windows.
Yes, but I mean, in Windows we have Excel. In
Yes.
Windows, good UI.
No,
Not good UI. Okay. In
and
Windows,
it's not smooth.
And Excel is not free, as far as I know. Yeah.
It's not free on the Mac either. So
talking about freeness and like money spent on
nothing.
software,
Yeah,
we'll talk about that a bit later.
Mac is the most expensive thing. To be honest.
And I'll share a couple of bullet points. Why is it? Are finished? Yeah.
I think yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna share why I prefer Linux, but I'm using Mac. Let's forget it.
I know why you're using Mac.
Yeah, because
You work in EPAM. You work for enterprise, so
yeah, and we don't have an option to use Linux.
Yes.
Actually, we have, but not any Linux we want.
Oh,
So
it's real, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you after.
okay.
Okay, the first one, Linux, about UX. So in Mac, there is good UX, but if you want to do something more, you have to pay.
Yes.
They provide some features. They are good, but if you want to change it, you cannot. It's not customizable, and you cannot improve UX by using additional software. In Linux, you can do everything you want. I mean, you can set up you need to spend time, that's right, but you need to, you can set up everything, and after that, you just think about something, and it's already done because you did it. Like it's reading your thoughts and so on. I mean, you can create any combination of any shortcut to, I don't know, close one particular window, close the laptop.
You can do that on the Mac also.
No, it's not so customizable.
Yeah,
example,
but some of
the last
those
thing
are.
that I remember, I wanted to switch mouse to the focused window. I mean, for example, I have
move
two
the cursor
monitors.
or
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to move this cursor from this monitor to this one. Once I switch to another desktop on this monitor, there is a software that, of course, we cannot do it by default. There is a software that makes that possible, and you know what? You need to pay. And if I'm not mistaken, to be honest, I forgot to check it before this recording, but it was about maybe $10 per month.
per month?
Yeah, just because you like switch your mouse from on, and it's about everything.
You
Once
can
I-
just do that by touchpad.
Yes,
No?
you can spend time.
Okay.
Perfect touchpad, and we can use it everywhere. But if I would like to spend this time to be more
Okay.
productive, I can do it on Mac.
Of
Then
course.
Linux, it's about free software, and everyone knows. And let me like explain it. So there is a free software like foundation, and Linux is completely free and open source.
Not
and
all of them.
Linux, of course, not all of
Not
them,
the
but we're
server
talking
ones.
about server ones. Is just Ubuntu.
No.
In most cases, yes.
CentOS, Fedora, that also.
Yeah, but in all projects that we've worked, we usually use the Ubuntu, which is free, and like it's not a problem. Even
Strange.
Docker
Okay.
images that you're used for Node.js, if I'm not
It's
mistaken,
Alpine.
Huh?
It's Alpine.
Alpine, if you want to make it smaller.
You need to make that.
Yes, but if you don't care about size,
Oh.
it's by default Ubuntu.
Does size matter?
It's another podcast. Feel free to subscribe and wait. Keep in touch. Okay, actually, what I was talking about. Yeah, it's a free software, and
yeah.
every software you want already exists. If not, you can write it, but of course you need to spend time. But from my experience, everything I was able to change and to set up it without coding. I had a lot of different stuff. I had a tiling manager which perfectly manages your windows. Because in Mac you need to do this stuff, you need to click, drag and drop these windows to another, and so on. It's not really comfortable, and you have a lot of windows and a lot of applications. You can do it by shortcuts in the in the Mac. Oh, sorry, in the Linux, and you kind of do it in Mac. It's freeness, and yeah, about server. When you're a backend developer, yeah, your iOS is probably not related to you, but you do a lot of stuff with Bash. And you probably connect to external server. And when your operation system, the operation of system of the server, the same, it's really easy to communicate because you know everything how to do it on your operation system. You do the same. Not always, unfortunately. Sometimes the last thing I remember is about host file. So when you need to do a little bit more config than nothing in Mac, you need to spend a lot of time and then just forget about it.
Yeah, but why? Mac is Unix-based.
Unix-based, but they have a lot of
terminal. Yeah, also.
Yeah, but if you have terminal, it doesn't matter that the kernel the same. I mean,
yes, but you just if you want to change something in host files, yeah, you either can open that by the Finder in the Mac with the administrator.
Yes,
but you can be a sudo.
And when we just add a VPN here, your host file, okay, and yeah, probably that's all thing that I.
There's one more thing to defend Linux, actually, the memory optimization.
Yeah, performance, but we will talk about it a bit later. So I have a list of topics we can discuss. Let me find them. And yeah, let's start. So the first one is the price.
Linux is clearly a winner there. No doubts.
Why? I just want to hear it. Yeah, I just want to hear it. Why?
Yeah, but we can't estimate the macOS cost. I mean,
because it's endless, unlimited amount of money.
No, I mean,
you mean the hardware?
You
just pay for hardware.
You can't install it separately. You just buy the.
It's another point. It's
and
monopoly,
and that's why we can't estimate the clear cost of macOS.
No, we're talking about let's say you're a developer, and you have choice between Windows, Mac, and Linux. How much money will you spend for Mac?
Okay, but we have the machine on Linux, which cost more.
Yes,
more bigger.
You can build a custom one, which can cost more, but it will be more powerful than Mac.
I mean, it's not a clear. It's not a clear. It's not a clear difference between cost of Mac OS and Linux.
You mean operational systems?
Yeah, operational systems.
But the laptops.
Not laptops.
Okay, I get your point. We cannot estimate the operation system, only operation system part, but let's talk about the whole part because we can do it separately.
Yeah.
Just say it. Who's the winner?
Linux.
Why not Windows?
Or even Windows? It's the same.
Windows.
But Windows is paid.
Yeah.
Okay. If
That's
it was free, then yeah, we could think about it. But yeah.
Okay, it's about operation system license and laptop price or PC. But what about software?
Software is also kind
Linux,
of
yeah.
pricey.
Linux.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there are some software on the Linux that you need to pay for
For example.
some enterprise licenses when you are working.
Okay, yeah. When talking about enterprise, probably
Yeah.
yes, but it's the same license that you need to use for Mac as well or Windows. Let's say
Yes, of course.
IDE, yeah.
Yes, but
and-
I said that not everything
Yeah.
is free on the Linux.
Okay,
But on Mac, I mostly use free software. So
because like who wants to pay
Of course.
$10 per month to
for mouse focus changing, yeah,
okay.
it's kind of yeah, it's
Then-
hilarious. So,
Yeah. The next one is like reliability. You have experience
Oh.
with all of them. How many times was needed to fix something in the operation system? Maybe some viruses.
For Linux, sometimes it's one of a hell job. So
Okay.
I did that, and yeah. So for example, I had many environments for Python, and something has broke, so it was hell
Okay.
to
So
fix that. It was really hell.
what about Windows and Mac?
Windows, you know,
Okay.
I don't want
maybe
to
we
talk
need to
about
stay.
it because
let's forget about
yeah. For
Windows.
example, there is some library for example, image manipulation. It's called, as I remember, FFmpeg. So
Yeah.
it doesn't work for Windows. There are many other libraries for streaming, for something from the code. It does not work for Windows. So I just throw it off. So
Okay,
yeah,
let's forget about Windows
yeah.
and continue with comparison between
Yeah, the
Mac and
only
Linux.
thing there you can use Windows is then you are a big enterprise. You need to control your employees, and you don't have money for the max. That's the only case that you can use Windows. Yeah.
Okay, do you have any
And
problems
you are
with Mac?
.NET developer.
Yeah, but actually .NET is possible to be.
I know it's core, just core,
Yeah.
not the older ones.
All right. Yeah. What about Mac? Any problems with Mac?
I had some problems, and some
Really?
some of those are really annoying when you are updating your
Oh.
OS. You need to
A lot of
Xcode install,
memory.
and Xcode install because your command line tools somehow broke. So yeah, that annoys me. But that's the only thing that annoys me really hard.
Yeah. Why do you need the command
I
line
don't know.
tool for the updating operation system?
You say it? I don't know. You are the Mac
Yeah,
developer. I don't know.
Oh, really? It's
Okay.
it surprised me.
What can you say about Mac? How much time? How many times maybe did you have when you need to fix Mac when something is broken?
You know, never.
Okay,
Really?
yeah.
There are
and
some. So
Yeah,
I also
No, I had some problems with updating operating system when I needed to do it, but it was the problem in memory on Mac. I mean, Xcode especially and drive data had a lot of stores, a lot of a lot of gigabytes, and you need trash it.
some of those are just reserved. macOS, I don't know why it does that, but it does just reserves that memory for the performance.
but the performance
Yeah.
is like the worst when the reserves.
And
Like
yes,
just
maybe.
a latest example. I'm using Docker, and once Docker is started working, it consumes about 9 gigabytes of memory.
And your PC is burning.
Yes, and
Yes.
I like, what this hell's going on? I just Google it, and it says, it's Docker. It's reserves memory for future. Don't worry, but like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like nothing working
macOS.
in macOS.
Yes,
on
yes.
Linux, what about
Perfect.
On Linux,
Linux,
Docker
yeah.
works
Well,
perfectly fine.
when we're talking about some software, everything works perfectly in Linux, because that's why like I think that Linux is the best for developers. But again, I would say it's for developers who works on especially on backend projects, and probably for some of them who don't need like Windows features on Mac. For example, like .NET developer that definitely cannot work on Linux when we're talking about old.
Yes.
Yes. iOS or Mac developer cannot work on Linux, but for others, Linux is the best choice because you don't need to care
also
about.
not for front ends.
Not sure.
Because
Why?
Because of the monitors.
What's wrong
The
with monitors?
displays. Mac has one of the best displays.
You mean the hardware?
Yes.
You can, they do. Actually, you're right.
But actually, you can also install Windows on the Mac. I have seen that.
and Linux and Linux as
yes,
well.
of course. I have seen that.
Okay. Okay. Let's then maybe move to the hardware point.
Yeah, and
And the
we have
performance?
Macintosh for the Windows,
OS
for the
X,
another,
yeah.
for another machine. Yes.
And what about performance and hardware? So we already touched these topics. Again, when you're talking about performance and hardware, it's not really about operation systems.
Yes.
But so Apple is very monopoly company. It does everything to like stopped ability users who are working or doing something with their techniques to like use something outside of Apple, and that's why we can compare performance and hardware of like
Yes.
only Mac. What about performance? You can compare. You used Linux, Mac.
Yeah, but at that times there was no M1 or M2 chips. It was just Intel chips
Yeah.
on the Mac. So you could buy way better hardware if you did not buy Mac.
Yeah.
So, but the display was always I think one of the best.
Okay, so let's start from kind of summary. So
hardware
the
is
displays is the best on the Mac.
kind
Yeah,
of, yeah.
fully agree with you.
Touchpad and keyboard.
Yeah,
Touchpad and
keyboard maybe not,
Uh,
because I love
I mean the
mechanical
classical.
keyboards.
I mean the classical, not the digital.
Yes.
That was fair.
Yeah,
You mean the
I
touch
will
bar?
agree with you.
Huh?
Sorry.
Did you mean touch bar?
No, keyboard.
Keyboard, yeah, but
touch bar.
yeah.
Touch bar.
Yeah, I also hate that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So,
sometimes it's good for
yeah.
volume control and something.
Monitor, like display, keyboard, trackpad.
Style. I mean,
Yes, it's
how it look. The
Yeah.
machine.
That's
That's
at
why
least for me, when
that's
you-
why it's expensive.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Let's say when you see a person in Starbucks with a coffee, with a beard, with a I don't know earring, and he's doing his work in Apple laptop, and the same person does his work in like another Windows laptop. It can
Yeah.
be like Dell,
Yeah.
HP, Lenovo, whatever else. I don't think someone will disagree that the person with the Mac looks more. I don't know.
No, it's stereotype.
Yes, it's stereotype, but it
Yeah.
works. I mean,
Yeah.
for most of the people,
Yes,
the
for
person-
most, yes, you are
yeah,
correct.
and that's
Yes.
the point. When you have Mac,
Yes.
you're a bit better. You're more in style. I mean, you're
Yes.
more handsome.
Yes,
More
and
girls will
you're more
yeah,
modern,
yes,
progressive,
because
Yes.
your laptop prices
and
way
more
above the other.
richer people.
even if you buy a Windows laptop that costs like $5,000, $10,000, it will not
Mm.
look better.
Yes,
And
it will
that's
not, yeah.
actually one point to Mac.
Yeah.
What else?
Metal body. I mean, no,
Yeah, but
I had a
style.
Toshiba laptop with the metal
Yeah,
body,
yeah,
and which
that's
was really great.
Not a
but
unique
it's
feature.
not case anymore.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they are not making them.
If we are already talking about hardware or just
Yes,
Yeah.
and low field.
autonomy battery in Mac, it's really nice.
I would
Battery
agree-
life?
Battery autonomy. I mean, how your battery
Are you using
can-
Mac on M chip? Yeah.
M1, yeah.
Okay.
And before it was i3.
Yeah, we are.
I'm
just-
using like
we are older ones.
Yeah,
we
we're
use
using
older ones.
Intel on Intel i9,
Nine,
and
the same here.
it's much better than I had when I had laptop on Linux, but it's not good. Like I need maybe
Not a big difference, yeah.
yes, but I agree that on modern Mac it's better than on the same like
the
laptop.
Yes,
battery
but
autonomy,
it's
nice.
not exactly like that because I've seen some benchmarks that in multi-thread M chips are not so good.
Okay, yeah, probably there
Not
are
so
some
good?
cases, but
Yes,
In the
in
but
multi-thread,
general, if we
in the
take
battery autonomy, in terms of battery autonomy, oh sorry,
not battery. I mean the multi-thread.
multi-threading.
Yes.
okay, you're not talking about battery, but when talking about battery,
Oh, battery is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Mac is winner here. Okay, and when
Yeah,
we're talking about like
for the laptops I have seen, yeah, it has the best.
yeah,
Maybe there are
cool.
some
So
other ones which I have not seen, but they have a better battery.
Okay.
But I don't know.
yeah, and I think Mac is winner here. And let's
Yeah.
continue. The next topic is security.
Oh, it's kind of strange topic because just now it became popular to some
It's a lovely
to
topic on
have catch
Apple.
some
Why?
malware or something.
Because Apple everywhere says that the Apple is safety
No,
machine. I mean,
it's not.
yeah, but I mean, everywhere you can hear it from the official.
Of course.
Yeah.
If I was Tim Cook or someone, I would say the same, of course.
Yeah.
But Mac is really popular. That's why
Yeah.
there are really many malwares,
some
spywares,
problems with
stuff like
security
this. Trojans for Mac. But Linux is not so popular. But now it's becoming popular, so it will have the
But-
same problems.
Yeah, another problem about viruses on Mac, on Linux is let's say I am a bad actor. I'd like to write a new bad software.
Yeah.
I like to, I don't know, steal a couple of bitcoins. I need to write a bad software. Firstly, we have less users on Linux
Yes.
than on other operation systems. That's why I would not choose Linux. But okay, for example, I've chosen Linux. The next point is we have a lot of different distributives of Linux.
Yes.
And it's really hard to write a software that will work on all of them with the same, like if you do virus, bad software, you need to think about some low level stuff, not only about like showing something, but you need to think about some kernel stuff and a lot of different kernels and
But those are
Linuxes.
open source.
Yes, they are open source, but you will spend a lot of time
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
And you actually will be a perfect person if you can do it. And that's why on Linux, I actually didn't hear about any like viruses. And actually,
I had one time malware.
yeah,
Yes.
can you share your experience?
It was just opening some a numerous number of some web page.
It's like just, I mean, it didn't try to hack you.
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
I just got
probably
up,
some
I was
child
just downloading
trying.
some free stuff,
Okay. Yeah, and to add here something, we have a lot of open source in Linux,
Yes.
but at the same time, the number of bad software, at least in my practice, much less. Because a lot of people are using it and already tried it, and if it's something bad, I mean, it's about culture, maybe. Yeah, maybe in Linux, it's not good. If you're a Linux user, you're a person.
You're a power user. Yeah, that's also a case. Yeah, because at the start when I first saw Linux, it was really hard to use for me. It was Mint, I guess. It's the first time I saw the Linux, and yeah, it was pretty hard. After Windows, it was pretty hard to adopt, but then it was great. Yeah.
If you are a bad Linux user, you'll not have enough experience to even install a bad software. Okay, Linux is winner here. I agree.
About hardware
Security.
security, I'm not sure because both are secure.
Which one is better? We need to choose one.
Better if you mean the luckiness that Linux has less users and it's it has.
We're talking about
it's the same
being
about
protected.
Android. Yeah, it's the same about Android. You have one kernel, but you have thousands of distributions for Android. It's the same.
Okay, it's another topic.
It's the
I'm
same.
not sure
yeah,
because the kernel mostly the
it's
same.
the same. Yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
Linux kernel for Android.
yes, it's another point. Actually. But
yeah,
again,
but the Apple, as far as I know, certified the own kernel, not
Apple?
for
we
Mac,
are-
for the macOS.
yes,
yeah.
yes, it's on
Uh,
kernel and
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, both of them based on the Unix,
Unix,
but
yes.
but they have the different.
That's why moving from Linux to Mac is really easy
Yeah.
because you have the same kind of same terminal. You have the same, Bash or ZSH. I use ZSH. So yeah,
Yeah, in terms of
I don't like Bash.
security, I don't know because I haven't ever used the Linux, and I don't know. But in terms of Mac,
You're feeling secure.
I would say yes, but
I mean, if you compare your experience with Windows, because when I was using Windows, I was okay.
Windows is like
dot-
Android for me.
Yes,
exe file.
I was always checking the task
yes,
manager and stuff like that on the Windows.
like
yes.
Recently, my brother had a case when he was trying to send the wallet for some crypto, and he copied this from one site and sent it to his friend, which was needed to give him some crypto coins. And there was a software that was checking in the background the buffer, and it sees that it's a link, it's a wallet ID. It changed it. And the ones that he copied and the ones he pasted were different. Yeah, they were different.
The nice script.
Nice, but have you heard about something about something
Safari.
similar? Not in Safari, but
I don't use
in
Safari.
iOS.
Why? It's really, as far as I know,
maybe.
it's secure browser.
Maybe, but you are not front-end developer. That's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Safari has its own
Okay.
stuff which I hated, so I don't use.
Is
It's
it
my
hard? Is
protest.
it hard for the front? Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Okay.
I would say. Have you heard about Internet Explorer?
Yeah, of course. My
It's-
mom has has Windows.
Yeah, I mean it's not something great. Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yeah. And after that, after a lot of people, so a very small percent users are using Internet Explorer, and Microsoft stopped supporting it. And now a modern front-end developer, he doesn't care about supporting this Internet Explorer. He must support Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Safari. And now Safari is in the Internet Explorer.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue talking about security. I would say 1-1. We will not give any point here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, the next topic. Actually, you will be glad to hear it because I'm just
UI UX, yeah.
Huh?
It's UI UX, no?
Not yet. But it's something probably Mike will definitely win. It's technical support.
Oh, it's for sure. That's for
Let's
sure.
just maybe I don't know, explain why.
When you have Linux, nobody cares about you.
Yes. Again,
You need
let's
to
start-
take care of everything when you have
Yes.
Linux. Yeah.
Maybe let's start from you. Again, you haven't used Linux, but you can share your experience with Mac. What about support when something is broken, how to fix it, and so on?
Of course, you have the retailers, Apple retailers, and you can support your device if you have some problem. Especially, I had some problem with my display. As far as I know, in MacBook Air on M1 chip, it's typical problem. After some time, your display can be broken.
I mean, the
Oh.
hardware.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and
I did not hear that.
yeah, and it
We
was
are good.
it was it was a guaranteed case, and it was free, and that's nice. What about another technical support? Sometimes you have some problems with Xcode, and that's really hardest thing. I mean, every new version of Xcode is is bad and
not backwards compatible
It's
or
not
something?
perfect than previous one. Yeah.
Oh,
And for me,
Don't say that to him.
It's an hardest pain for me, and the Apple doesn't support you in this. I mean, you can, of course, you can create the bug on the Apple platform on the Apple site, but
It will be a million one bug.
Yeah, and you can
and
pay for premium
it
support.
can support, it can fix maybe in 2 and 3 and 4 years later.
Or
and,
never. Okay.
or never, yeah.
It's about Mac. It's not the best support. Georgi, maybe you can share
It's about Linux.
support, software support, technical support with Linux.
No, there is no support. You just have support from the community. That's all. You
Your-
just can Google it. You just can go through some settings. Some really bad files in the operational system sometimes, and yeah, you can fix everything that is
Yes.
wrong with Linux, but it's sometimes really painful.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the plus of Linux is that you can do everything in
Yes.
Linux. The minus in Linux is you can do everything in Linux. So
Yes.
I'll share just my experience. You would like to do something better, like move mouse from one monitor to another one, and like Google it. And if you are not really good reader, like me, like at the beginning using it, so you just read the Stack Overflow, but
Copy the
your
code.
process of reading is not like, hello everyone. If you would like do something like that, you need to use this command. If you not like to do something like this, you can use this command. And if you would like to crash everything in your computer, use this command. But you don't read that. You just read commands and copy them, pass them. Okay, mouse is not working. Let's do another one. And after one of the command, you passed it, and then
the
it
typical
stopped
day of
working.
developer, yeah.
Yes. You reboot the computer and it stopped working. And then it's another challenge to
Yeah.
fix it.
You have to find another computer to Google how
Yeah.
to fix it.
Yeah, or
your
Google from
computer.
mobile phone and so on. So that's something. But at the same time, you're learning Linux by fixing it, by breaking it. It helps you to better understand it. And at the same time, you might have the same situation on your server, on your project, and it will be definitely easier for you to fix it and to understand it.
You shouldn't have access to your servers. To be honest, yes.
But yeah, again, if you do something like
No developer should have an access.
that, I don't agree. If you're a backend developer, you must have access and you must understand DevOps stuff as well. Not like
You must understand, but not do
again,
anything.
it depends on the size of the
Of
project.
course,
and
of course.
so
If
on.
you are working for startup, you have to do
Yeah.
everything there.
And that's why Linux is like not maybe the best one in that. And again, one more experience from my life.
It's one of the worst. Yeah.
Yes, agree with you.
At the same time.
So again, about Linux, I had the experience. So I was using Ubuntu, and at some point of time, I decided, okay, I am a bit more experienced than I need to be, and Ubuntu is really easy. I decided to switch to Arch, is another Linux distributive, and the perfect
Without UI, yeah.
yes, by default, you
Okay.
need to install everything. It's like kind of a clear operation system, and you just add everything. You don't have everything by default, and you need to add it. It's perfect because you can set up everything, which will be better for you. First of all, I spent 2 days for that. Because I and again at the same time when I need to reinstall Windows or Mac, I need to spend a couple of hours. I mean, installing the Linux takes like 30 minutes, but adding everything takes a lot of time. Okay, I did it, and after that we had a problem with internet in my home, and I moved to the office, and I realized that in office I need to set up Wi-Fi connection again, but I didn't have UI for I didn't have UI that helps me
Yes.
to connect to Wi-Fi. And the problem was that the Wi-Fi, it's not a regular password notification. I was needed to install certificate, provide my credentials.
Yes.
I wanted to
Kill
make
yourself.
it better. Yes, make it better and move to office because it didn't have internet, but it didn't help because I was using internet on my mobile to Google how to fix this internet on my laptop, and it was really hard.
Copy paste
Um,
from mobile to the.
Copy paste. I was
You
like
can,
reading it and like retyping it it hell. I fixed that, and next time the next problem was with the monitor. I wanted to add external monitor with Arch. To be honest, I think that I didn't do it. If I'm not mistaken, I wasn't succeed with that, and I didn't have a second monitor because that's about drivers you mentioned. Linux doesn't support NVIDIA video cards, and it's a hell to start to make it working. And I spent a lot of time.
You can install CUDA on Linux.
I was trying to install everything. At some point, I just copied and pasted commands. Was like I was copying, I was pasting, and just waiting until it started working, and it didn't start. And that's another point. Like it was a big pain for me.
Yeah,
and
you should
Yeah,
not
but it
install
was
Arch.
your choice.
Yeah, Arch
choice.
Linux is, it's only terminal, nothing
Yes,
more.
I installed, of course, UI. I mean,
Oh, you installed UI
I
on the Arch?
installed-
Oh,
yeah, like UI that I was needed, but yeah, it did help. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, sometime I just installed the
Don't
not-
repeat
not-
my failures. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but again,
That's a good example.
I was feeling myself like I'm really geek because I trying to solve it. I was like,
Were you
know,
working on VIM?
no, I was
No?
not working on Vim. I sometimes I need to fix some configs and
On
opening
the
the
live,
storm
live
is-
production server.
So yeah, but again, it's hard about this stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's very hard.
let's continue. The next topic is I have installation process.
Mac doesn't need any.
Yes, and
Of course.
Linux is like +1 point to Mac, and we'll already
Yes.
discuss it. Customization.
Oh, it's clearly Linux is the winner. Yeah, you can even write your own UI for the Linux. So yeah, but it's also painful to write
Yeah.
your own UI. But yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
But not for Mac.
What
Yeah.
about Mac? Customization on Mac.
No.
No, just no.
I mean,
Help me.
I mean, you can change everything. You just use
You
what
need to pay $10 per month. If you'd like to change the color of your cursor,
Yeah.
$10 per
you
month.
you just use what the Apple
Provides you,
provide you, and
It's kind of closed system. Yeah.
yeah. And of course, I agree with you. Linux is the winner, is the clear winner in this battle.
Yeah, this does not need any further discussion
Yeah,
because
please.
I don't use Linux, but I heard about the Linux UI, about customization, and of course, Linux is the winner in this battle.
Yeah, and actually, even Windows was more not was, but it's more customizable than Mac.
because of the themes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mac has nice
What?
UI.
Yes, the UI. Okay, let's talk about UI UX. We already discussed it. So my point is, it's a good UI and good UX. If you don't like it, Apple doesn't care about you.
You need to like it. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to like it.
Yes.
That's the reason.
If
If you don't like
it,
UI UX,
Windows. So
Just
Windows.
switch the operational system.
yeah, and that's the point about UI UX. Maybe you can share. Yeah, let's start from you. Maybe you can share some things in Mac that you like. Talking about UI UX, maybe some features, some tips, some interesting things.
Touchpad. You can use gestures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use a lot of 3, 2 fingers, 1 fingers.
Yeah.
It's really nice. You can swipe, switch different windows in one time, and it's really nice. I mean,
Cool.
after the MAM Windows, it was wow.
Yeah, and the animations are great.
Yes,
Yeah.
fully agree with you. Animations. it's
Those
perfect.
it has every single animation has perfect timing.
Yes.
I don't know why and how did they calculate that, but it has perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first time switched to Mac and was trying to use this trackpad, I was feeling like I am the person from Iron Man when I do all this with
Yeah.
a fake computer. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
move this thing there, bam, 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 like in the
And
future.
I do love also clickable touchpads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't use tab.
yeah.
I
Full
click.
agree.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But about animations, again, I stopped liking it when I understand that it takes time. When I'd like to
Oh yes,
switch,
of course.
when I'd like to switch desktop, and this animation moving this desktop to the
I
left and the
think
new
you
one to
can
the left,
adjust that on the
maybe. But
macOS.
in Linux, it's very. You can,
It
of
does
course,
not
you can,
even have
yeah,
animation.
but you can have it, and they are
Yes.
very fast, and you understand what's happening. I mean,
Yeah.
it's animation. Okay, again, it's about productivity. You can spend
Yeah.
much less, like 3
Yeah,
seconds
but
less
maybe
time.
your random access memory was full. I mean,
No,
the-
no, it's like, I mean, it's not fast. I mean, I just want to be immediately, but it's like, and this time I was
okay.
able to spend to start coding.
Yeah, okay.
You want to be too much of an optimized guy.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay, something about UI UX features in Mac that you like?
Oh, smoothness just in animations. I like animations, and multi-desktop is really useful. But Linux also has that.
If I'm not mistaken, Linux was the first one.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
don't remember. I cannot
That's
argue
okay.
with that. But yeah, I like that one, and I like gestures are my favorite on the Mac. But yeah, animations sometimes are slow. Yeah, but that's I think that's because of the freeing the memory, which is reserved. So yeah, that may be a case. That's just my guess. I don't know for sure. But yeah, I like. But on the multi-desktop, I like Linux hotkeys to
yeah.
move. But Mac has the same with control. So
About things that I like, actually, I like touch bar because it works.
do you?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Because it works really good. I mean, it's very smooth animation.
Yes.
And it's really I really like using it in terms
Autocorrect?
of no sometimes actually, but not all applications are
Yeah, but Teams
work with it.
does, and I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm too lazy to write some words,
Yeah.
so I can.
Okay, that's great. But it works until the moment you're trying to use it in practice. I mean, when you're playing with touch bar, it's perfect. Oh my god, emoji! You remember? You just
Yeah.
like this swing and
Yes,
a lot of
yes,
emojis
yes,
and
yes.
like carousel, and you just like playing with it. But once you want to use it in real life, okay, where is brightness? Maybe here. Okay, brightness. Okay, that's fine.
You can also
And
customize that.
yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
did it. I
And
actually,
it's
I had.
did you see the experience?
It's the
So how
point of
did you
macOS.
customize that? You can drag the icon from the screen and
Yes,
just directly to that was amazing.
yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
And I had a I had a shortcut for moving my laptop to the to sleep. It was in a
You
touch
have
bar.
button for that.
No, it was
You
yeah,
can
but
click that button. It's the same.
but I was needed maybe to not sleep,
not
but
sleep.
to maybe lock. Yeah.
Lock. The
Okay.
button does lock, not sleep. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's also customizable. But okay, the
Yeah.
point was I wanted to have a shortcut, and actually maybe I was not able to create shortcut, and I was needed to have this. And you know what?
You spent $10 about that. And
Not the, but I had a lot of misclicks, and I was talking to people. Yeah, give me a second. I will show you.
And
Hello.
laptop
Oh
sleeps.
my god, it's like that the screen is black
Yes.
and this. Okay, yeah, I click this button and
that was my experience actually. What I was asking to you that I just did some joke to my friend and I had just a shortcut to lock the laptop. So sometimes I wanted to just put my finger on the backspace and I misclicked on the
yes.
lock. And oh my god, then you need.
Yeah, about UX and UI. Where is delete button?
There is no delete button.
Yeah, actually there is. You need to click F function button
okay,
and
yeah.
backspace.
Yes.
But I stopped using delete button. I now can do it without.
You just
but
can move it in the trash. directly.
No, but what about? I mean, when I'd like to
There is
remove.
delete button actually.
in-
It's called delete, but it does backspace. Yeah, on the Mac it's written delete.
really?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, delete button is perfect. I really enjoy using it on normal laptops, but on Mac I don't have it.
When you
And
write code, do you use
Yeah.
delete?
of course, I use a lot of delete buttons.
Oh,
You,
strange.
do you
A
mean,
lot of bad code in our application.
Do you
Yes,
mean
but I
you-
use for that I use backspace.
Because you use laptop for 6 years. Now I also don't use delete, but once I switch,
Yeah, but,
it's
you
like
mean you don't have delete button in your keyboard?
and you too. You don't have delete button.
you have delete, but it works as a backspace.
Perfect.
Yes.
And when we're talking, let me remember, maybe some symbol I was needed to do to add. I need to click like 4 buttons to add this symbol, but I don't. Maybe
It's
maybe
alt,
dot.
alt and something
That's
when
an
you
interesting
want
question
to.
because I wonder, do I have the delete button? Or
Do you have
You
Mac?
have, you have.
no, do I have the delete button?
It's called delete.
I mean, yeah, it's called delete or not.
It's called, as I remember, it's called
Yeah,
delete.
as far as I know, the Apple has different keyboard types.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
you-
common button option. Okay, we have too much. That's the point that maybe you will disagree, and I'm not sure that I like sure about it because I'm only 1 year user. Maybe in some time I will get used to that. But a lot of function buttons. We have command, we have option, we have
control.
control, we have function.
Yes.
And
I don't use function.
but how do you use
Touch bar.
touch bar with
I,
F?
no, I have I have
By
exception
default.
list, and by default function keys are, for example, for my editor. Yeah,
Okay.
function keys are present.
Yeah, understand. But I mean, in previous laptop, I had Alt plus Control and sometimes Win button.
Yes, Windows button. Yeah.
But on Mac, also we have Shift, and it's used in a lot of combination. And I mean, creating screenshot takes me clicking 4 buttons.
Why?
Shift Command 4.
Shift Command 4, but
and then Control to put it to buffer.
I have a shortcut on the touch bar.
Okay. I mean, for me, sometimes it's hard to remember shortcuts
yes.
because it's Control. It's command. It's option. Oh my god! And
You will get used to it. It's not a problem.
1 year is not
for you
enough.
It's hard because you
Yeah, but on the Windows,
you work like
on the
user.
Windows,
I mean, if you work
it's-
in the development, and especially
how you can crop on the Windows? It's Control Windows Shift S or something. Yeah, it's also
Easy.
4 buttons. Yeah.
On Windows.
Yes.
Yeah, on Windows it's 4 buttons.
yeah, you can change the shortcut.
I don't
But-
remember that.
No, in
on
Windows
Linux.
by default we have print screen button.
Yeah, but if you don't want to select the whole screen,
Control print screen or something. If I'm not-
no.
Maybe it was on
no,
Linux.
it's
Maybe it
Control
was my
Shift
custom.
something. Yeah,
maybe,
if
yeah.
you have custom, yeah, you can do that on the Mac also.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
the default functions are.
Okay, but
are,
I
are
got used to
editable.
that. It's
Yeah.
okay. We are running out of time. I would suggest maybe took 1 or 2 more points here. Let's choose. We have software diversity and capability. We have community support, and we have user features that we already actually discussed.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe last thing. Again, software already discussed. No,
Communication, community.
stop about software. Interesting topic.
He now wants
Do you-
to win there.
No, not really. Actually, I will lose here. But guys, do you play games?
Oh,
No.
Yeah,
I can
the
talk.
podcast is
I
about
can,
developer.
I can.
but
Yeah, but I can talk that endlessly. I love games.
you love games.
Yeah,
Have
but
you?
I have no
No,
time to
I
play.
don't play.
Have you ever played?
Yeah, I played
Maybe in when you was
in
young.
Yeah, of course, but it was Windows.
Yeah,
because,
always
because
Windows.
I
Yes.
didn't have any money for the Mac.
Yeah, but
About
you
playing
cannot.
on Mac, you
on-
think that you can?
If you play on the Mac, there are some games. I played World of Warcraft.
Chess, yeah.
World of Warcraft. No. I played World of Warcraft, which is a MMORPG
Tetris.
online game. It's a huge game.
And you
But
can write
because
your
of
own
your
game.
because of your resolution on the Mac, sometimes your video card is not getting it because sometimes you have kind of 10, 15 FPS. You need to
Oh.
lower your resolution. It's pretty hard. Many games does not support macOS, so the only choice is Windows for that. That's why I have Windows on my desktop PC.
Yeah, and Linux, like, just forget about
Yes,
Linux.
of course. You cannot even play chess there.
Yeah, but you can
Of
write
course you
it.
can.
You can in browser. Yeah.
Yes, you can Google Chrome. Actually,
Yeah.
there is a Wine. That's the
I
application
know
that
why.
helps you to
It's
run.
the same for the Mac.
Yes, yes, and
yes.
you can like run Windows application on Mac and Linux, but of course, your performance will be consumed just because of
Yes.
this
Yeah,
compatibility.
it's interpreter kind of interpreter. So
It
and
takes
your
time.
input has lag.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you move mouse, it does not move simultaneously
Ah,
on the screen.
okay,
It-
I haven't
yeah,
used it,
I
but-
have tried that, and it's little bit of difference. But if you play online games which are competitive, which I love, so you don't have other choice. You
Okay.
need to install Windows.
Yeah.
And
Which games do you like? The best one.
the best one, the last one I was playing was World of Warcraft.
Okay. Maybe the next podcast will be about like what games developer are playing.
Oh, I love shooters. I played Warzone, CS:GO. I don't know.
Okay, let's be.
I have played everything,
That's nice.
Yeah.
but now I don't have time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Games.
Games, the Windows is winner.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's the only thing.
Yeah. And the podcast is about like operation system for developers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like-
but I
direct
think
Windows.
most of
Windows.
developers love gaming.
Yes, but just interesting point. The idea was to record this podcast with a person who loves Mac, another one who loves Linux, another one who loves Windows. We actually didn't find such person.
Yes.
That's the problem. Almost everyone uses Mac, and we found the person who's using Windows, but he said, okay, if I have an option, I would choose Mac.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the last thing is community support.
Yeah, it's. I think it's on Linux side. Yeah,
Do you agree?
because it's open source.
Plus 1 point to Linux.
Did
okay.
you calculate the points? No.
No.
Support,
We have a special person who
support,
calculated
you mean
the
developer
points.
Stuff,
Oh.
yeah?
Yeah, we'll have a person. Can you share how many points Mac got? 5. He said 0, and Linux 5 for Linux. Okay, it looks like.
And
Yeah,
we only
okay.
discussed five.
Yeah. So actually, to sum up, maybe okay, guys, I'd like to ask you. We discussed, okay, not Windows, but Mac and Linux. Did you at least have a single thought to try a beat another operation system in your case?
I
it's
don't have any
Linux.
preference, to be honest.
It's fine for you to work with the Linux
yes.
and Mac.
Yes,
Depends on
It-
terms
it's
of what do you
it's fine
need.
for me. I don't write any iOS code, and I will not. So Linux works for me. But yeah, I just need some time to adopt, and that will be it. But I will miss some gestures. But my friends are working on Linux, and they said that it's
Possible.
being implemented there, and you
Yeah.
can do that.
You can
So-
spend a week.
So I will happily move to Linux because I will have more power on my computer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the only thing that I love Mac is about the gestures, about the smoothness, and you don't have to
Mhm.
install everything. It just goes out of the box. So yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you? Are you going to remove your Mac and start using Linux?
He has
At
no,
least try.
no choice.
Yeah, having summarized, I would say that it depends on your goals. Really, I mean, if you're a backend developer and you need,
If you are developers, better to use Linux. If you like to play games, it's better
not
to
all
use Windows.
developers,
Yeah.
yeah, but it depends really on your goals. I mean, as a typical user, I don't know,
For typical
Uh,
ones, Windows
for,
is
for
better. I
watching
guess.
movie, for
It doesn't
switching
matter. I would
browser,
say it doesn't matter.
macOS,
but
Windows.
some-
If it's
Um,
just UX UI, yeah, macOS. But again,
Yeah,
the same experience
but
we'll
if you
get
need
for.
to, yeah, but if you need to up the servers, of course, Linux is.
You,
the ones.
Mac doesn't have servers.
Yeah,
you
but,
you can do
In
that. but,
AWS, you can have a server
yeah.
based on M chips.
I know, but it's kind of not exactly Mac OS.
Yeah, but Mac
It's some-
nobody uses it.
something, you are using that?
No.
server OS is Apple
Mm.
had the server.
Yeah,
Mac OS
yeah,
with
but it's
Python,
not
but yeah, it's
every
it's not a common
every
use
single company that I have worked, and I have worked for many of them.
yeah,
Everyone used Linux.
Of course,
Everyone.
about like
Except
90,
one which was using Windows Server.
it was .NET probably. So I don't remember the statistic, but about like 90 plus 95% plus all servers, all internet stuff that you're using. This podcast, this translation is going to be
Through Mac.
translated through no, I mean through Mac here. Yeah, we're using Mac, but when you're talking about servers, it's gonna be Linux, most probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like if we're talking about
No.
probabilities, most probably it
No.
will be
yeah,
Linux.
it's far common use.
Yeah, and I'd
And
like
it's really
to finish.
lightweight.
I'd like to finish. I'd like to maybe say something that I got here.
Linux is the best, yeah. Oh.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
I did
and
not
I w-
expect that. I thought, why you guys are frozen?
yeah, so I would finish and I would say that again, okay, it depends on your needs. So from my point of view, if you'd like to set up, if you'd like to be the most productive, and you'd like to have the most UX, you need to use Linux, but you don't need to have a personal life.
Yes.
If you'd like to spend less time on configuring stuff, and you don't care about like I'm not about performance and productivity, but about best performance and best productivity. You can be enough productive in Mac as well. Choose Mac. If you
Want to
you
play
should-
games?
if you want to play games on work,
Windows.
yes, use Windows. Yeah.
Which
but-
one Windows? XP, Vista, or 11? 10?
XP is dead. And Vista is now it's 11.
Because my last Windows was XP.
Oh, okay. XP? Oh. Let's talk about
I just
that later.
forgot that Windows had versions.
Yeah, that's interesting topic.
Yeah.
Every second version was good of the Windows. Yeah. In terms of Windows, of course.
every second, 8.
Yes.
8. in the
8 was fail. 7 was good. 8 was fail. 10 was good. 11 is fail, I guess.
But
How about,
eight-
how about Vista?
11. Vista also was fail.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. Linux is the best operating system. Linux is the best operating system. Linux is the best operating system. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Put comment. So, which operation system would like to use? Would you use Linux? Describe why in the comments. Subscribe to our social media. We have a lot of interesting stuff in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Threads.
No.
The new.
Threads.
Do you have-
I don't have even Twitter. Work, unfortunately, using MacBook.
Did you finish?
Yeah, we finished.
Can I stand up?
Are we finished?
No,
No?
until